Hello out there in Korea. We're here today at CultureM. I'm Quinn Davis, and it's great to be here. Well, I'm from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, land of cows and milk and cheese. And so I'm a Midwestern boy, basically. Went to the University of Minnesota. It was a great school, Twin Cities, Minneapolis, St. Paul. Listened to a lot of Prince music when I was there, you know. Was recruited out to Los Angeles in 1996 as part of a sports and entertainment practice, which is a very international city. So I love Los Angeles, California, and the weather is great. I don't have any hobbies because I'm like always doing architecture, because architecture, and I gotta tell you guys out there, if you want to be in a creative profession that just kind of like has everything, it is architecture. I mean, you get to travel, you get to meet people, you get to be a politician, an artist, a mathematician. There's marketing, people skills, interaction. It's a whole slew of things all kind of blended into kind of one profession. And I've enjoyed it over the years. I think it's very exciting. I wanted to be a painter. My father, who was a military colonel, said, "No, you're not going to be a painter." Right? So he said, "You will be an architect." Hi, Dad. CultureM! We're a design atelier. My partner Steve Roder and myself came from large corporate structures, but we kind of want to do things differently. We want to really focus on design. We want to satisfy our clients, and we wanted a different kind of a lifestyle, not like a 8 to 4:30, you know, suit and tie thing. You know, we're a very comfortable bunch. We do a lot of international work. Everybody works hard. People wear their sandals to work. But we're very serious. We're about architecture. We love it. It's our passion. We probably work 50, 55, 60-hour weeks, whatever it takes. Well, the interesting thing about working in an architectural firm is obviously you get to meet a lot of people from a lot of different lands. And part of our architectural process is to go in and work. We believe that each person deserves kind of their own special building, and we have specific designers that work with us. There's a team, and I learn from the people here, there's different ways, techniques. The culture that is Korea comes and kind of becomes part of an enmeshed process, you know, how we create a building. If you look at Korea right now, I think Korea is like the kind of the Asian Paris, right? There is a strong kind of cultural content that's kind of going on right now, which is kind of manifest in like vibrancy and just excitement, music, fashion, and I think, you know, we take all that in for the when we're doing buildings, and we think about that. Going out in Korea, there's quite a bit of karaoke. 보고 싶다, 보고 싶다. Project's been selected, and you know, there's a big party, and you know, we go to Korean barbecue and eat a lot of kimchi, cultured vegetables. I'm a fan, by the way. I used to be a vegetarian for 12 years. Unfortunately, I'm not anymore. I also attribute that to when I started working heavily in Korea, because nobody could believe it. So I'm now a voracious meat eater. So that's how the Korean culture has affected me as a human being. So I went from vegetarianism to deep meat eating. I would say when I could think of like the most exciting moment in architecture for me, designer for an NFL stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. And that was a pretty incredible moment, just being a young architect designing an NFL stadium. Sports architecture is very exciting from many point of views. Structurally, just the size, the scale, their impact to cities. That was probably, I'd say I had a lot of pride in it. Now the NHN project, which I thought was like one of the most wonderful experiences of my architectural career as well. They didn't want a showboat, and they said, you know, we want a nice building, but we don't want to show off. And so, you know, having done a lot of very aggressive form making in architecture, suddenly we were kind of presented with this box, but it's not just a typical box, it's a warehouse in the sky. I just just like to say it was great being here with everybody at CultureM, and looking forward to kind of seeing you all out there in the ether.